Okay, welcome guys to Blender. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a lollipop. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and switch our render engine out from Eevee to Cycles, and then we'll go ahead and delete the default cube. Go ahead and add a UV sphere, right click Shade Smooth, and we're going to press G, bring this up, and then we're going to go ahead and add a cylinder, scale this down, and then bring this up as such, and this will be the stick for the lolly. So let's go ahead and place that in there, and we'll shade that smooth as well. Just kind of make it as big or as thin as you'd like. So what we're going to do, let's take the top right here. I'm going to go on to render so you guys can see what's going on. So let's go to materials, let's go new. And we'll switch out Principled BSDF for Glass BSDF. And what I'm going to do, let's go for kind of like a red kind of tone. Now you'll see that the roughness, if we turn it down, it's kind of like a clear kind of glass. And if we turn it up, we have more of a rough glass. Now what we want to do is get the roughness just to the point where we can see the lolly stick in the middle. I'm just going to move this up a little bit because it's a little bit too high. Sorry, a little bit too low. So lolly stick in the middle right there. What I'm going to do, let's go to edit mode. We'll subdivide this just a little bit. And then we're going to go to sculpt mode. And I'm going to make some little imperfections all over the lollipop. Because, you know, lollipops aren't perfect. Let's go these. And what I'm going to do as well. Let's go ahead. Put these little imperfections on. Maybe it cracks, maybe something happened with it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, just continue putting these on. Let's improve the radius just a little bit, make it a little bit wonky. Maybe not too wonky, but just like little imperfections all over the place. And then what we can do as well, let's take up the strength. Let's go with a small radius, and we can just make some little cracks in the base right here. Usually you find, if we go minus, little cracks at the bottom where the mold may have cracked it. I don't know how to make sweets, maybe someone can correct me, but usually I'd find cracks and stuff just in random places. Okay, so once we've got this, let's go object mode, shade smooth if you can. Let's go modifier, and we can do smooth on the modifier as well, just ever so slightly. So we have those little marks, but they're very, very small, very insignificant. Kind of like that. That's kind of what we want. Little cracks and stuff. Okay, so once we've got something like this, we can now go back to render, and you should be able to see some of these little cracks that are happening. If you can't, just improve them a little bit. Let's go. You can go with repeats as well if you want to. So now we have this nice little kind of bit right here. We're going to go to the shading tab. And we're going to add a Veroni texture. So let's go add and then Veroni. Color to color. And then we can go and add a color ramp with this as well. This is just going to give it some little scratches. You can add the color ramp if you want to, but you can change the color to roughness. So all we want really is just little imperfections. Gonna go ahead and adjust a few of these things. So primarily all you want is just little imperfections all over the candy. Maybe it's been laid down, maybe it's cracked. You could also go ahead and add a Veroni to the IOR as well, so you can go colour IOR. Add some stuff to that. I mean, it looks a little funky, or you could add this to normal if it'll let you. You've also got volume, displacement. Switch that out to these ones. Totally up to you what you want to do. Let's change this to displacement, see what happens. It's kind of like a pixelized lolly. If that's your kind of theme that you want. I mean, you can pixelize lollies if you want to. You can also change this to thickness. So you've got that nice little imperfection that's going on there, and we can just do the random. Scale some of these up. Totally up to you. You can also place it on surface as well if you want to. But to be honest with you, I think we could probably place that one on colour. BSDF on that side. Let's move this up. So we've got it like this. And then we'll add a colour ramp in the middle. And then add our desired colour. I mean, you could have it like this. I mean, totally up to you. Something like that's quite nice. If that's what you're aiming for, kind of little imperfections. That kind of looks like more candy-ish. But that one is the IOR. So just plug that into the IOR with the colour ramp and then the Veroni texture at the back. So I'm going to go ahead and just scale up these imperfections just a little bit. So we can take that one down a little. Looks like it's got some scratches on it, been dropped, whatever like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's go to layout and add a plane. You take the lighting right here and just kind of move this across as well. Let's exposure. Let's pull the exposure a little bit. I mean, these are your lollipops, so you can look at any way that you want them to, really. I was going to place this background as black, actually. Yeah, just about there. And then maybe curve that edging up, just on this side. Let's go E for extrude. Okay, so we've got the first one there. The lolly stick, could have that really as anything. Let's go with like a maroon, like a lighter maroon for that. I think that shines just a little bit too much. It should be fine. So this material right here is, let's call this pink. because it is. Yeah, I'm going to amend that shine just a little bit. Now we can see it a little bit more. That's the IOR. If we stick this in the normal, we do get this kind of pixelization thing. And if we stick it in the colour, we get this, which is like a deep maroon. I mean, if you want a deep maroon, that's fine with your, you know, your thing. But, yeah, let's change this from pink to deep maroon. And what we can do at this point is we can take this, duplicate this over a couple of times. Let's change the base color on this one. So we can do shading tab again. What you're going to need to do, since we've got, what was it, 4 of them? Oh, sorry, 5. Click the tab right here, which is new material. You want to go for blue for this one. Change the red on the color ramp right here to a blue. For this one, we're going to go ahead and duplicate again. So duplicate this. So it should say DeepM001. Let's go ahead and change this to orange. So red again, and then we'll change this to orange. Kind of an orangey yellow. And then we can do this with the back one here. I'm going to improve the lighting very soon. Don't worry about that because we can't really see what's going on. Let's go ahead, duplicate this again. Green. Green, we'll do green. Let's do green on that one. Okay, so the last one right here, I mean, we could do, I don't know. Let's do white. I've never seen really a lollipop that's that tone, but whatever, it might be mint. Let's go back to the layout. Gonna take the lighting that I originally did and just place it at the back and a bit higher. Maybe scale that out a little bit, and then we're going to go to view, align camera to view. Let's place these in the middle. We should have something like this. Little prop lollipops that you could put in a character's hand. Yeah, kind of basic stuff. Yeah, you could make some amendments to those if you wanted to, but as lollipops go, it's kind of a basic shape anyway. So yeah, if you guys liked, please follow, all that jazz, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.